This week on Niner News, we talked to an adult student on campus, we have a student voice on Where's the Career Center, and we attended MindFest. Niner News starts right now. Reporter Elizabeth McGuire caught up with one of the successful adult students that we have here on campus that's studying banking.
Say it out loud, say that, go out loud, write it on a wall, someplace that you know that you'll see every day, and make sure you remember what you want to achieve and then go achieve it.
Our adult students are a big part of UNCC. We caught up with Kabirul Gainey to find out what life is like on his educational path.
It all started after I graduated high school. So I joined the military and I served for about 8 years, and I had to make a decision, me going to the Marine Corps and becoming an officer or me taking care of my son who was just born, and I chose my son. Without a schedule, I think I would be lost. I have it both written on the wall on my calendar as well as on my phone, and I make sure that I make time for both family and school and ability to study.
The Office of Adult Students, located in Barnard Hall, helps non-traditional students like Gainey balance their usually hectic lives.
A lot of adults have kids, full-time jobs, extracurricular activities. The Office of Adult Students always have events for us to kind of get together, and getting the opportunity to kind of fellowship with your fellow adult students allows you to understand different situations and see that someone else is doing it. And if you see someone else accomplishing something, it gives you that motivation to say, hey, I can do this too.
This past spring break, Gainey fit in a trip to China to study banking on an international level. He commented on how he was able to achieve this.
So my wife is amazing. So she was actually able to, she took care of the kids during that period of time while I went to China to study modern banking, so it was a good experience.
From Niner Times, I'm Elizabeth McGuire.
The Career Center provides resources for the people wanting to find job opportunities. We talked to some of the staff to learn more about it, and then we asked students about the location of the Career Center and how they used it.
Hi, I'm Drue with Niner Times. We're here at the Career Center, which is located by the main entrance of the Atkins Library. We're interviewing the staff to see what opportunities are available for students. We interviewed two associates named Jesse and Matthew who gave us a better perspective of the Career Center and a detailed rundown of what's available for students.
Wow, what opportunities does the Career Center provide to students? Everything? I mean...
So there are a ton of different resources that the Career Center offers. One of our most common resources that a lot of students use is to come into our office for drop-in hours. We offer them during the academic year, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you have a quick question on resumes, cover letters, hire a Niner, if you have no idea how to use that system or just need help, finding some jobs or navigating through that, those are some quick questions that you can come in for a drop-in appointment, 10, 15 minutes, don't need an appointment. That's the whole point of the drop-ins. So that's a really nice feature of our office.
I think our office is really all about getting students in front of employers. Mm-hmm. So we do that through a lot of our programming because you're just a resume, honestly, a lot of the times, unless you get in front of an employer and make a connection. So we do that through our programming, including the mock interview program, which is what I'm over. We have company career tracks.
Thank you.
Career tracks, which Jesse is over. We have career fairs where we have hundreds of employers come here looking for students. We do career meetups, which are small group sessions, and we have them on specific topics, like everything from careers in textiles and fabrics to resumes in general. It just really runs the gamut.
They also gave valuable information about how students could gain experience by traveling to shadow employers in different work environments and seek more opportunities to advance their future careers.
So one program that's really cool that the Career Center offers is the Career Treks program. So I like to define it as an adult field trip, but basically what that looks like is we take small groups of students to local employers in the Charlotte area and also beyond. But the whole point is for you as a student to get out of the classroom, get into an employer's space and better understand the employer's culture, see what that work might be like by talking to some of those current employees, and an opportunity to network. We are actually hosting an overnight career trek coming up this fall. It's going to be held in Atlanta, so keep an eye out for that. We will be having some information sessions once fall semester is back. And we'll have more information about the employers we'll be visiting. But if you have any questions, definitely reach out to the Career Center.
If you have any questions or would like to contact us, email career@uncc.edu.
I'm Drue with Niner Times.
Hi, I'm DJ McKelvie with Student Niner Times. We're coming here today to ask students about the Career Center. Got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know where the Career Center is?
Where the what?
The Career Center is.
Yeah.
Can you point in the direction?
I don't know. Actually, no.
You can't point us to the direction of the Career Center.
No, sorry.
Do you know the Career Center is right here. This connect to this building right here.
That's crazy.
Like literally, if you walk around this corner, that's the Career Center.
Bro.
So we're here with.
Tyler.
Okay, so quick question: do you know where the Career Center is?
A Christian?
The Career Center.
The Career Center? No, I do not.
How often do you usually walk through this path?
Not too often actually. I usually actually go out the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I told you to turn around, would you know where the Career Center is?
Is Career Center in Cone? That just occurred to me. Is that in Cone? Is that like that building right there?
Is the Career Center in Cone?
Maybe. Oh. Well, damn.
Okay, so the Career Center offers students the ability to get professional advice about their resume, mock interviews, and just a variety of things that you would need in a workplace. So have you ever used the Career Center?
Yeah.
When and for what?
So I was making my resume and it was completely messed up, so I had to get it fixed and they helped me.
How often do y'all say y'all would use the Career Center, if you use it at all?
I usually go there 3 times a semester to sprucing up my resume, and plus it helped me a lot with mock interviews.
Do you recommend using the Career Center, or have you used it yourself?
Yeah, I actually used it last week. I had like an interview with the advisor there, and he like set me up with the job fairs and all that cool stuff. Yeah.
Do you think the Career Center is useful for students?
Oh yeah, that's definitely useful.
Do you find it useful?
Very useful. So there's a lot of people that don't have any work experience, me included, before I came here. So it was a great opportunity to do so.
Would you recommend it to any one of your friends?
A lot of my friends are introverts, so definitely.
Would you say that is a useful resource?
Definitely.
Would you recommend it to anyone?
Everyone.
Okay.
If you want to get a job, go to the Career Center.
MindFest is an outdoor event that's held every year that celebrates people's mental health and mindfulness. We caught up with a few students to see what their favorite part of the festival was. Let's take a look.
So what they got going over here? What is this?
Collaborating with about 25 other student organizations, as well as Counseling and Psychological Services, SAS, and the University Counseling Center.
I'm actually with two. I'm with Psych-Chi, which is an international honor society for psychology students, for major and minor students, and then I'm also with PSC, which is Psychology Coalition.
We're with the Collegiate Recovery Community. It's a community of students on campus, helps students recover from drug and alcohol abuse.
So which activity did you anticipate the most coming out here? You was the most ready for, excited to participate?
Yeah, absolutely the petting zoo. So when I knew that a mini cow and a llama and alpaca were coming here, I was pumped. And the first thing that I thought of is, what do students love to do? And I always see people playing with puppies on campus. And I was thinking, okay, what's something new and different that we can have to attract students?
Yeah, I like the variety of the activities regardless at both of the events.
So you guys did come to the joint. What activity did you guys have the most fun engaging in?
There was actually aromatherapy booth over there, and they talked about different aromas that you can use to help you study, to be calm, and the diverse uses of natural therapy.
I actually really like the paint dart stuff. I was my first dart I threw it and I actually popped one of them. So it was pretty interesting. I actually went to the collegiate drug recovery one as well. That tape was really informative. I learned a lot about how the campus helps people who are dealing with alcohol and drug addiction, and how they are able to help them recover from those substance abuse issues. So it's our mindfulness is really engaging and educational while also being really fun.
What does mindfulness mean to psychologists?
Sure. So I think mindfulness is just kind of taking care of your mind, being mindful, doing activities like this to kind of get stress-free and stuff like that. So we actually are creating stress balls We also did I'm covered in paint because we also flung paint at the exec board to kind of release stress because I know finals are coming up. So
It looks like they flung paint at you.
yeah.
Not at
No, they did. Yeah, that was the idea, to fling paint at the exec board. So yeah.
Being mindful is just being aware of how you're feeling, and if you get overwhelmed, mindful is a lot about self-care and knowing when you need to step back and take care of yourself.
I mean, there's just so much. There's different clubs that are around here. It's very family friendly. There's a band down there. There's animals. Yeah, and I think kids would really enjoy it.
Right here, if I were to be practicing mindfulness, I would be listening to the sounds that are around me, seeing the sights that I see, hearing what I hear, smelling what I smell, and just being present. Because a lot of the times, especially as students, we live our life on autopilot and we lose focus, and we're just in that rhythm, and we never really break that rhythm and never really get to reach that inner peace and that true life that we are so gifted to have.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Niner News. I'm Darnell Lynch, and we'll catch you next week.